Lawa Soshi-Yisha. Greetings and welcome back to another kick-tastic episode of the Vodkast. I'm your host, as always, Jason Oliveira, and with us today are 3 Kit Kats from China. I don't know what the flavors are because I don't speak Chinese. I could probably use Google Translate and figure this out, just like I did for the intro. However, I'm not going to. I'm going to go out on a limb and assume that this is the white chocolate, this is the regular Kit Kat, and this is what we're going to call wheat Kit Kat. I assume this is wheat for the gluten-free, or I don't know if this is something special for people who can't eat regular chocolate, but there was little pieces. Oh, no, it's not this one. Wait a minute. Okay, now I'm thoroughly confused because when I went to the 99-cent store on Timberlake Road in Lynchburg, Virginia, I found 2 different bags. There was one that looked like dark chocolate and one that looked like wheat because it had little wheat. Also, if you've never checked out the band wheat, you should totally check out the band wheat because they're totally awesome. I suppose we'll go under the assumption of dark, milk, and white. I really thought in the store, though, that this one was wheat, so we're going to keep that in mind. So where do we begin? I'm not a huge fan of dark chocolate. This could be the milk chocolate, and that could be the wheat, like I thought before, but I don't know for sure. So let's bust into these, because these are definitely different than regular Kit Kats. They're more like a Ruger, the Reward, which is a German little treat. If I can find a picture of it, I'll put it on the screen. Yeah, this looks like, if I had to guess, milk chocolate to me. I mean, that doesn't look too dark. Maybe we should bust into all of these, and then we'll take a closer look at them and decide which order we want to eat them in and try to determine what flavor they are. This is the one that's a real mystery to me because I thought it was the wheat one. And I don't know why they would make wheat. I guess maybe like they're made with white bread or white whatever, and then this is the wheat version. I don't know. But here you go. We'll look at that one. We'll do a side by side. They look very similar. I mean, this one is a little bit lighter. But generally speaking, I look like a snake, but my upper half is all human. Yuan tea. I don't know. Let's get into the white one here or the lighter one. I don't even know if this is white. It could be something else. It could be pear for all I know. I imagine they'd put a pear on the package, though. They're not going to give you a pear-flavored Kit Kat or Ruger, whatever this may be, and tell you it's going to be white chocolate. I mean, that's clearly white chocolate. And we'll do a side-by-side-by-side. The triple side-by-side, the often not seen triple side-by-side. Ooh, look at them, look at them. I'm going to start with what I believe is what they're telling me is either the milk or the dark chocolate. So here we go. Yeah, it's definitely not like a traditional Kit Kat. These are Kit Kats, aren't they? Okay, so these might not be Kit Kats. I had originally found these 2 packages that looked exactly like these on the shelf, but they were like $5 each. So I was like, I was going to get one. I was going to get the wheat one. Brought it up to the counter. Saw that these, in the exact same packaging, they had 3 flavors. So I thought, no, I'm not going to get the bag. I'll just get 3 different flavors. We'll do a review of them. Is this bad? No. It's definitely a lot sweet. A lot like the Oreos that we did from overseas. I don't know what Asian country they came from. I can't remember, but my friend Jess and I hopped on. She's got a channel, Cryptid Bits with General Tidbits. I will share that now here. That was the one thing that really stood out was the lack of sweetness. There's not as much sugar or high fructose corn syrup obviously put into these. So let's move on to this next one, which could be caramel. That didn't taste like dark chocolate. I mean, it tasted like chocolate. I don't know if it was milk chocolate. We might have to go back and try it out. Let's try this one. We're going to call it milk chocolate caramel. That one's really good. It's definitely not caramel. I would call that milk chocolate. This probably is the dark chocolate in comparison. I'm going to take one more little bite of this real quick. I'll let you know if this is the dark chocolate or not. I think the lack of sweetness wasn't lack of sweetness, but it's more the bitterness of the dark chocolate was taking away from any other sweetness that might have been in here. Now I'm going to dive right into this white chocolate one and assume that it's white chocolate and not pear. Here we go. Just like the other 2, they're so much less sweeter than the American versions of these that it was hard to tell that was white chocolate until I'd already, pretty much devoured it. On the tail end of the consumption, that's when the white chocolate came alive, but there's not a lot of it. And it tastes very different than our white chocolate, but kind of like almost like a mockery of it. Or maybe this is the original and ours is the mockery. Nonetheless, all 3 of them are really good. I can't tell you how much I paid for these because there was no price on them. So I'm assuming around $1.50. If you live in Lynchburg, you can get them at the 99-cent store on Timberlake Road. Let's score these. I really enjoyed them. The lack of sugar in them was a nice treat because sometimes here in the United States we oversugar things, and it's just our palate has gotten so used to drinking Coca-Colas left and right, Mountain Dews. Maybe we're having a ding dong, maybe we're having a Twinkie, maybe we're shoving a goddamn funny bone down our throat. But we have so much sugar intake in this country that when you try something from another country that this is probably very sweet for them, it's not very sweet for us. I'd appreciate that, and I really like them a lot. Okay, so let's go dark chocolate. I'm going to give that one a 6. It was the least favorite of all of them. It just didn't have enough of a unique flavor or a dark chocolate flavor to it. Not saying that this isn't the Chinese version of dark chocolate, just saying it wasn't anything to write home about. The milk chocolate one was the one that stood out the most to me. I'll give that a 7. I thought that was really delicious. They're nice. They're wafers. They're lighter than Kit Kats. Obviously, this is no longer a Kit Kat review after I realized that I did not purchase Kit Kats, but something... Well, it is Nestle on there. It's something Nestle. So whatever it is, the white chocolate's pretty good too. I'm going to give that a 6.5. It probably lives right in the middle, but definitely the milk chocolate one was the best and the white chocolate being second. I don't know if you could find these in your area. I know lately it seems like a lot of these specialized markets are popping up here and there with foods from other countries that you can't get here. Unfortunately, a lot of the time that stuff gets imported and that cost gets turned onto you, or pushed onto you rather. And you end up paying $15 for a bag of Lay's or something like that. And I'm not willing to do that. That seems completely nutty to me. But I'm always looking for a good deal. And anytime I can find something like this, I'll definitely review it on the channel if you guys are into it. Let me know in the comments below. That about wraps up another episode of the Vodkast. I really hope you enjoyed watching it because I loved making it. And if you guys are loving the content that I'm creating as much as I love creating the content that you guys are watching, would you please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, and then hit the little bell icon because it'll let you know every time I put out a new video. Don't forget to make somebody smile today and make yourself a better person tomorrow than you were today. Tomorrow, let's make the world spin a little bit happier and a little bit more, it's not a Kit Kat, wafery together. Let's sing and dance in the sun and in the rain as one, my brothers and sisters. Live life to the fullest and love every moment of it because you just never know when that last moment's going to come for you. However, never live in fear of that moment. Always live in love and never let your inner child die. I realize now that I'm camera set up different, I have to come up here so you guys can see my nipples. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another and take care of those around you who cannot take care of themselves, for they are the ones that need it the most. And if no one has told you today that they love you, the Vodkast loves you very much, just the way you are. All right, guys, do no harm. I'm Jason Oliveira, and this is the Vodkast. And I'll catch you guys a little bit further on down the road. Take care, my friends.
Don't go to sleep with a catch it in your pocket.